Welcome to the short course on how to reduce stress. My name is Mandy Napier. I'm the owner and the founder of Mindset for Success. And for over the last decade, I've been coaching, running workshops, and speaking. And one of the biggest challenges that everybody I meet faces is how to manage stress. You see, you feel stress in your body, and ultimately, we are driven by how we feel. So, feeling stress means that many people never challenge themselves into opportunities and they don't achieve the level of success or their goals that they desire. They also are slightly ineffective with productivity, and stress impacts our health negatively. I know I've lived through some effects of chronic stress in my life, and it also erodes our life satisfaction and overall happiness. So, for that very reason, I've created a short course to give you an overview of a little bit about your mind and how and why you do stress, and more importantly, some tools and techniques to help you manage your stress so that you can not only live a happier and healthier life, but so that you can step up and achieve the life that you desire. So everything starts in your mind, and that is the key point. Everything starts with a thought. So let's have a look at what the definition of stress is. So stress has been defined as a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or demanding circumstances. So the key points here are mental and emotional. Mental means you think about it. Emotional means that you are going to feel it in your body. So stress can occur through the environment, through your body. You may be stressing it out because of a physical challenge, and from your thoughts. Now, it's important to have a really quick look about your brain. Now, your amazing brain, this organ between your two ears, wants to keep you safe at all costs. So that means it's constantly scanning for danger, and any time there is a perceived threat, it releases a message to your body, and your body produces adrenaline, which is your fight or flight hormone, and that is the problem. If there's too much adrenaline and cortisol being produced in your body, it can create the challenges I spoke about earlier. So the first thing to be aware is that you feel fear, which is some type of stress because your adrenaline and cortisols are released, because you are a human. So know that it is normal. Now, how do you do stress? There's three ingredients to simplify it. So your thoughts, your mental processes, those things going round and round in your head, you're thinking about the experience. Your thoughts fuel your feelings. So you are going to have an emotional response. You're going to feel something, and both of those will influence your physiology and your behaviors. So your thoughts influence your feelings and vice versa, and your behaviors influence your feelings and your thoughts and vice versa. So you can easily get yourself into a negative spiral about stress because you can feel it. You might even get that fear feeling in your gut. Then you think about it and you make a story up about how you're feeling so bad you can't do anything. And then you're going to fuel that feeling and it's going to become worse. So the key to manage stress is to address one or all of the three components: what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're doing. Simple, yet not always easy. And one of the main reasons is you have around 50 to 70,000 thoughts every day, and about 70% of them are negative. Because your brain is always scanning for danger, it has a negativity bias. That's why you might find yourself ruminating over and over again about that thing that stressed you out, or worrying about something that hasn't even happened yet. It's normal. However, your mind needs some disciplining to change that pattern. The other added challenge is that many of your thoughts are habitual, and your habits are run in your subconscious mind, your body, which means they're outside of your conscious awareness. So the key here is you must start observing your thoughts. That means you need to be a spy on what you're saying to yourself so that you can get a level of awareness, because otherwise you won't be able to change them. So remember that. Start to become a spy on your thoughts. You will have, I can guarantee it will become fascinating. And then if you find that you're going on and on about your stresses or you're ruminating, you can simply choose to change your thoughts. So how do we manage stress? Well, the first thing that I'd like you to do, which very few people do, except obviously my clients, is write down everything in your life that stresses you out. You see, stress is a really generic word, and there are so many different things in life that sort of go into that one bucket of stress. But when you separate them out, you'll realize that there may be things that you could simply let go, but they've become habitual, that you stress over them. So within the context of your stresses, I want you to consider this alternate meaning of stress, which I love this one. Stress is what happens in your brain and your body when something you care about is at stake. So remember that word, or the three words, something you care about. So consider that as you write all your stresses down. So make sure you pause this and actually write your stresses down. Great. Now you've done that, we're going to separate your stresses. So you're going to have three columns. One on the left is what I call major stress or trauma. And we're not dealing so much with that today. They're things like major illness or death or losing your job or losing your house. They may take time, lots of support, and even some other professional help. It's the one in the middle that has the biggest area for being worked on. And that is all your daily activities and responsibilities. Running the kids to school, making their lunches, the things you have to do for other people, your work commitments, all of that type of stuff. And on the far right are what I call irritants. And these are simply things like getting stuck in traffic, getting the wrong coffee order on your way to work. So you may find that with a lot of those things that are what I call irritants, you can simply let them go because they don't have the same level of care factor as your family and your children, the things that are important to you. Do you really care if you got stuck in a traffic jam, or someone drove too close to you, or you got the wrong coffee order? No, they're not really important in the overall thing in life. So sometimes we need a little bit of perspective. Simply breathe and laugh and let them go. That is one way to remove a lot of stress from your life. The second thing you can do when you have a look at all your daily activities and responsibilities is this: get organized. Many people I work with are really disorganized, and they don't think of actually writing a list of what needs to be done and then doing some preparation in advance. I've put a few examples in the lessons in this course for you to be able to do this, but it could be as simple as making some meals in advance, making your lunches the night before, getting your work stuff organized the day before, writing some notes at the end of the day so that you know what needs to be done tomorrow. I cannot emphasize enough how important this is, and I guarantee you can let go of a lot of your stresses. The other major thing that I challenge you to do, and again you'll find some examples in this course, is change the meaning of the thing that stresses you out. One of our greatest assets we have as a human is that we can put any meaning on any event that we choose. Most of the meanings we put on are habitual, or they're from our beliefs and our what we've been told are preconceived ideas. So it's a really transformational process, and it's fun to find 3 new meanings for any experience and pick the one that gives you the best results or makes you feel the most calm. Brilliant and a fun strategy. So I challenge you to do that because you are in charge of your thoughts and your life. So now we've got a bit of an understanding of stress and you've separated them out. Let's have a look at some simple ways to increase your happy hormones or happy chemicals. They're the dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins. And they're the things that negate the overload of adrenaline and cortisol. And that's what we want to do. So one of the most simplest methodologies to help you reduce stress is to breathe. You remember I said change your thinking, that's your mental processor, and sometimes it's not so easy to change our thoughts because we have so many and they never seem to stop. So one of the best ways is to take some deep breaths. Your breath is the bridge between your mind and body, so your mental processes and your emotional state. And the important point here is that your heart controls your autonomic nervous system, which in simple terms means it's responsible for turning on or off your stress hormones. So if you breathe consciously and slowly, it will lower your heart rate, make your heart coherent, regulate your blood pressure, and help you relax, all of which will decrease how much of the stress hormone cortisol is released into your body. So that is why breathing is so important. And if you add a stress reducing mantra such as I breathe in calm, I breathe out stress, or you can just use the word calm, that will help you create a program you're instructing mentally into your body to feel calm rather than stress. And what I suggest to my clients is throughout your day at work, try and stop every hour or every 2 hours and simply spend 2 minutes consciously breathing using your stress reduction mantra. You will calm your nervous system, help your health, you will be able to think more clearly, and you will switch off your stress hormones. And if you do that consistently, I guarantee it has the potential to radically transform your world in amazing positive ways. Now, you've probably heard of meditation and mindfulness. Similar to breathing, it calms your body, it gets you to connect your overthinking head with your body, and it helps you become present in the moment and pay attention to your thoughts and your feelings. And when you pay attention, you don't have to exacerbate the stories and think about them over and over again, because if you remember what I said earlier, your thoughts fuel your feelings. So observing and paying attention to what's going on in your mind and your body means that you can stop overthinking and overfeeling and literally switch off your stress hormones. So that is one of the reasons that meditation practices and mindfulness have become so popular today. Now, one of my favorites, of course, is exercise. You don't have to be a hurdler or a champion athlete. However, the benefits of exercise have been proven so many times. Your body produces endorphins, the good, happy feelings when you exercise, and it's one of the most effective ways to burn off stress. And there are other things to do. Dancing with music is a brilliant way. Moving your body, listening to your favorite song is another fantastic way to change the way you feel. If you remember earlier, we have to work on our thoughts, our feelings, and our behaviors. So exercising and moving your body will help you feel differently, and then you will be more likely to think better. And all of those means that you'll be then to take the right actions. Sleep. Sleep is really important for managing your health and well-being. Research on sleep has illustrated that if you are constantly sleep deprived and you're behind the wheel of a car, it is even more dangerous than being drunk behind the wheel of the car. People that don't have good night's sleep, chronic sleep patterns can lead to depression, many other things. So do not underestimate the importance of having a good night's sleep and trying to have a pattern, going to bed at about the same time, and please switch off those electronic gadgets and don't take them into your bedroom. They mess with your brain waves. So again, sleep can really help your body rest and heal and manage some of your stresses. I mentioned earlier a little bit about getting organized. Plan and prioritize. This may sound simple, but many of my clients don't do this. They don't plan, they don't prioritize, they get pulled off course in life. Then you're more likely to do things for everyone else and live a life by other people's obligations rather than doing what's really important to you. And when we don't look after ourselves, our goals and our needs, we get resentful, all sorts, frustrated. Sometimes having a not to do list is a really important thing. And it could be as simple as writing down a few things you won't do today, and maybe at the end of the day, make a note of the important things to do the next day. Learning to say no can be an incredibly great way to let go of stress. Think of how many times you do things for other people because of obligation and you don't really want to, which means you don't focus on what's important to you. And then you have too many things to do and then you feel stressed. So, no can be a very powerful thing to learn, especially if you are a people pleaser and you find it difficult to say no to other people. Of course, catching up with your friends is a brilliant way. Not only are you doing something different, but you're going to be talking about different topics, and that will probably help you feel good because connection is one of our fundamental needs in life. So make sure you do catch up with real people, not online, but you connect with real human beings and have some fun. Laughter and fun is one of the best ways to let go of stress hormones and create more happy hormones. And gratitude. Now, I'm sure you've heard of how important gratitude is to help you let go of your stresses. Much research has been done about the benefits of gratitude, and one of them is that they've shown the stress hormones like cortisol are up to 23% lower in people who are grateful. So having a daily gratitude practice helps that. So I suggest you write down 3 things you're grateful for. So you're steering the energy of the mind, you're thinking onto things that you're grateful for. And if you connect with them, you will feel the feeling of gratitude. So you're feeling it in your body. Both of those will calm your nervous system and you're more likely to take the actions that are helpful rather than a hindrance. It's also been shown that being grateful can reduce the effects of aging to the brain. It's been proven to be better for your health and reduce the possibilities of heart attacks. So being thankful and grateful has a profound effect in your life and is the antidote for many things in life, including stress. Lastly, be kind to yourself. So important. So many of my clients are really hard on themselves, and being hard on yourself means your self-talk, your thoughts are not very kind to yourself, and your words fuel your stress hormones. So your body is going to produce your stress hormones if you berate yourself and speak unkindly. Your words have immense power. So please treat yourself as you would your best friend. Forgive yourself. You're a human being, not a human perfect. And lastly, remember, laughter, fun, and movement. And please don't take yourself too seriously. So that was an overview of stress and some techniques. You'll find in the content in the course, please go and read it as it will reinforce your learnings, and you'll find a couple of techniques explained more in depth, one in particular to help you breathe calmly, calm your nervous system, and at the same time increase positive emotions. So thank you, and now it's over to you to use these and have a happier, healthier, and less stress life.